Berger, Lutz, and Crowley put a little speed out there. Picked up and dumped into the zone by Finley Brown. Turned out to be a shot on goal. Brad Parker to the far side, out to the point. It kind of sits there and turned out to be offside anyway. Offside against the Loyola Ramblers. This is like the third time in the last 8 years that it's happened. The game for state is really this semifinal game. The highlight of the year is the semifinal game. On the near side, here's Davidson into the zone. Davidson tried to sweep around Nowak, couldn't do so. Near side boards, and they battle for it there. Picked up by Keneally, now Nowak. Nowak put it to the far side, held in the zone, deep to the corner. Paul Benjamin put a little weight in there. Ended up knocking down Keneally out to the point and all the way down into the zone. Back goes Peter Cecil. He won't get there in time, but it's icing against Loyola. And Glenbrook South defeated Deerfield in those years with Rob Woodward. Happens that way sometimes, just based on who plays who. And the seeding rounds cleared ahead, and who wins, too, I suppose. That has something to do with it. Pass it, fed out to center ice. Now picked up by the Ramblers. They dump it in, the long shot, and the save by Heitman. Put to the far side, out and cleared to center ice. Picked up by Kevin Carroll. Carroll flips it back down into the zone. Matt Passon will pick it up back behind his net. Passon to the far side. I'm sure every time anybody gets knocked down in this one, there's going to be a big cheer from some side. We've got probably about 300 or so from each school, student-wise. Maybe a little bit more than that in the crowd of better than 1,000. All the way down into the zone, and that's icing. Some things you just can't help because you just can't get above the crowd at all. On the near side boards, they battle for it like there. Battle for it in the corner on the near side. That's the law of the puck. The bigger the crowd, the more likely they are to play the puck on the side that is invisible to you. Picked up by Katz, and Katz tried to center it. That was broken up. Now brought to the near side. Out to the point, O'Donohue with his shot, and that boomed wide. Put to the far side, picked up by J. Edgar Keelan. And they battled for it there, wrapped around to the near side. Out to the point, held in by O'Donohue. Ho, picked up by Nowak. Nowak just dumps it out of the zone. Dumped right back in by Jeff Parker. Left by Depesh. Leahy put it to the far side. Now up ahead, Mike Samus. Mike Samus gets it into the zone. Cleared back out to center ice. Jeff Davidson and the Mike Samus battle for it there. The Loyola Ramblers having trouble keeping it out of the attack zone. Now picked up by O'Donohue. O'Donohue, strong arm that could have been holding against Samus. Putting his hands around the man. Although John Surza is going to be rather reluctant to call very many penalties in a game of this import. Stolen away back into the zones by McHugh. The shot by Samus. Right into the slot. The shot just a little wide. Put over to the far side. Out to the point and cleared out to center ice. Bill Schwartz has it there. Schwartz puts it on the near side. And the setup was broken down by Keneally. Paul Benjamin fanned on the puck and now dumped back down into the zone. They're going to wash off the icing. Picked up by Peter Cecil. Peter Cecil brings it straight up beside the net out to center ice, and the net now dislodged and the whistle stops play. They beat New Trier Green last year down at the United Center for their second state championship in a row. Now picked up by Nowak. They're going for a three-peat. On the near side boards, New Trier has been to the big show the last 3 years running. Cleared out to center ice. Now Passon puts it into the zone. Millard with the shot. That boomed just a little wide. Brought on the near side. Out to the point. The shot, the save. Taken on that near side boards. Out to the point. Cecil with the shot and the save. Finley Brown out to the point and held in the zone by the Trevians. Directed a little wide and cleared out to center ice. And icing against the Ramblers in desperation more than anything else. Got 49-5. And they just don't give up a lot of shots either. Now flipped into the zone. Samus. There's a shallow angle shot, the save. Now directed back in to Heitman, and he'll hold it. That pass. Early in the year, he had them together, and it just, they didn't fulfill their role. Now picked up by Eichelberger. Eichelberger into the zone. Eichelberger, now there's the shot by Jamie Crowley. I mean, they're big and fast, but for some reason they don't quite work well together, and I don't know what the reason is. Centering attempt, that was busted up by Brad Parker. Out to the point. Now on that near side board, Eichelberger. Eichelberger had his pocket picked. Out to the point now. Here's the shot by Kevin Carroll, and I'm not sure if C.J. Heitman or if it just went wide of the net. Heitman got a piece of that or went wide of the net. Off goes Chaya on the line change, near side boards, cleared out to center ice. And the whistle for icing against the Trevians. Standing back around behind the net a little bit on the near side boards. Back over to the far side, picked up there, out to the point, held in by Keneally. No walk. Kept it in the zone. There's the shot. Now Keneally has it. Keneally out ahead for Davidson. Davidson missed the pass on the first try. Picks it up on the second. Tries to center it. Does. Shot, a goal! Trevian goal! I think Jordy Katz actually got that home. Davidson with the assist. On the Trevian goal by Jordy Katz. And it's 1-0 New Trier. Parker also gets an assist on that Trevian goal. Back behind the goal line, put to the far side, now picked up back behind the goal line in the corner. Trevians trying to work the breakout, cleared it out to center ice. Back comes Jordan Katz. Katz, the shallow angle shot and the save. I think that would have been up high anyway. Bob Depish with the glove save. Millard. Keelan puts it on the near side. Out and cleared out to the point and out beyond the point. Back comes O'Connor. His shot goes high and wide. Now picked up by O'Connor. to the corner, looking to center it through everything. Out to the point, O'Connor has it, and now cleared by the Trevians. That's icing. They draw out to the point. The shot just a little wide off that face-off. There you see the crowd, some of the crowd standing there behind the glass. Centering attempt didn't quite work on the breakout. Near side now, Brad Parker. A little give-and-go play, and out ahead. Now John Eichelberger into the zone, and that's offside. Now picked up, here's Lutz with the shot. That dribbled just a little wide. Yeah, winner take all tonight. You lose now and you're done for the year. Picked up by John Eichelberger. Eichelberger puts it over to the far side. Now a little give and go. Picked up by Crowley. Eichelberger now dumped into the zone to lay offside. And the Trevians going to make a line change here. A little at a time. Eichelberger went off. Now Crowley does. Pass led a little too far as the Ramblers were concerned. Back the other way into the Trevians attack zone. Backhand shot, ran into traffic out front. A lot of sticky wickets, and actually was frozen there in the uniform of Kevin Carroll. Cleared out to center ice. On the near side board, Mike Samus put it deep into the zone. Peter Cecil. On ahead, we got a breakaway. Couldn't get the shot away from the shallow angle. Now the head shot and a save. Rebound. Oh, the Trevians thought that they had one there. Bob Depesh with the save on the short shot by Paul Benjamin inside the slot. Now the Trevians in their defensive end. Chula up ahead, Depesh. And we've got a penalty. No, make it play with a high stick. Cleared out to center ice, now picked up by the Trevians. The Trevians put it to the near side. Back into the corner. Kevin Carroll for the Ramblers tries to get it out of the zone. Now picked up by Kevin Carroll. Out to the point. Paul Yoon in there, and they kind of play a game of shinny along the near side boards. Flips back down into the Trevians' end. Picked up there by Brad Parker. Brad Parker turns the corner and starts to bring it up the ice. Across the red line into the zone. Again, those new Trier defensemen getting in a little too tight into that zone. And it could cost them severely. In a game like this, frozen. Kevin Carroll after the play. The face-off, O'Donohue with his shot. And I think it hit the lining up above the rink by Jordan Katz. Near side. Now Bill Schwartz clears it into the Trevians' end. Jeff Parker chases down with Peyton Chain, and they go to the corner. Chain trying to be aggressive back behind the net with Bill Schwartz. Both of the wingers back there behind that goal. Not exactly the best positioning in the world. On the near side boards. Now to the far side, and Parker, they tried to hold it in the zone, couldn't do so. Put back in by J.P. LaCourcia. Near side. And cleared out to center ice. Out comes Lutz. Lutz with the blaster. They save by Depesh on the big blast from the right wing. Right into the slot. Broken up nicely by Kevin Carroll. Now here's Jamie Crowley as he goes off on the line change. Gave it back to Brad Parker. Parker put it into the zone over to the far side. Now back here on the near side, Mike Samus. Samus had his pocket nearly picked. picked up by Kevin Carroll. Carroll, nowhere to go with it, so he'll try and skate it out of the zone. He lost it. Quick shot, save, rebound, another save, and held on by Depish. Got the leg out in front of it as the Trevians unable to lift that puck. Now the face-off, Kevin Carroll and Keelan. Keelan couldn't straighten up, and it'll be Keneally. The draw won by the Trevians, near side, Keneally. Mike Samus. Samus clears it. Picked up by Matt Passon. He got bumped off. O'Connor. Look, O'Connor goes to the goal but lost the puck in the process. Joey Chula, and he's triple teamed, and they freeze the puck in the corner. Paul Yoon. Yoon puts it to the far side and now cleared out ahead. And we're down to a minute to play here in the first period. Put on that far side now. Ran into John Surza, the referee. Off Crowley. Trevian defense controls. Up ahead now. Crowley couldn't go into the zone. Delay offside now. As Yoon tried to bring it back into the zone, Danny Lutz hadn't cleared it yet. New Trier on a 17-game winning streak here. Loyola Ramblers didn't even get out of the division, Scholastic Cup division, but this year I think it has really helped teams like Loyola and some of these other teams to the fact that the playoffs are early this year. And a delay offside against New Trier. Had that happen with York, had that happen with Downers Grove South, that the players didn't play a sufficient number of games to be eligible for the state tournament. You have to play 75% of their games. Underway with the second period. Second period of tonight's action. Full house on hand, better than 1,000, or just about 1,000 actually. Saying how seating capacity is about 700. They say they got about 300 extras standing in the aisles. A quick shot and a save right off the initial face-off. And the shot just a little wide, picked up by Eichelberger right into the slot, brought to the near side, out to the point. And the frozen puck. And considering New Trier had a basketball game this evening, a very nice crowd on hand. Of course, helps to have 3,000 students in the school. Better than 3,000, almost 4,000 now. Near side boards. 3,200, I think it is. Out to the point. And dumped back into the zone by Cecil. Now out ahead, Brown, Chula. I think I made an error in my speaking to some of the New Trier fans about the long-standing rivalry between these two schools. Crowley into the zone. Jamie Crowley. Put to the far side, out to the far wing, and now the puck frozen underneath there. Nowak and Ho knock each other down hard, and now it's frozen in that corner. Now deep on that corner, picked up by Bill Schwartz. Bill Schwartz brings it up the ice. Schwartz looks to center. Back behind the goal line. And to the side of the net. And a whistle, and we got a penalty for high sticking coming up. Now, Lutz, deep on that corner. Here's Brad Parker, clears it out to center ice. LaCourcia, J.P. LaCourcia. Out ahead. Miller, or rather O'Connor with the shot. Ran into traffic. Out to the point, LaCourcia. J.P. LaCourcia, and he's knocked off by Katz. Lutz with the puck. Out ahead, a bouncing puck into the zone. Katz from the shallow angle got the shot away, but shot it wide. Trevians penalty killing. Picked up by Matt Passon, and just as Passon got it away, he got hit from the side. Near side boards. Out ahead, and now put to that far side, into the zone. Eichelberger, he passed right by it. The shot ran into traffic. The puck sits in the slot. We play a little game of shinny in there. Now the big cranker by O'Connor, by Kevin Carroll rather, and he missed the puck and broke his stick doing it. Overdid it. Picked up by Passon, and Passon rags a little bit and shoots it down, trying to kill off a couple of seconds on that penalty. Picked up by LaCourcia. LaCourcia puts it to the far side and missed a couple of times by the Ramblers, and the Trevians dump it out of harm's way. Depesh left it there near side. LaCourcia put it, and now the Loyola Ramblers set it up on their power play. A very ineffective power play. Stolen away by Matt Passon. Passon with Davidson with him, but Passon took the shot himself, and he shot it wide. And the centering pass was broken up by J. Edgar Keelan. Trevians' defense been very effective here. And the penalty now over. Everybody copacetic, dumped down into the zone. Over here on the near side. Now cleared up ahead. 9 minutes or so left to play here in the second period of this one. Trevians lead it 1-0. Keelan, and he's rubbed out along the near side board. The puck squirts down into the Loyola end. Picked up there on the near side. And now cleared to the far side. Here's Miller, a shot and goal! Charlie Miller just down on a line change, and the New Trier defense didn't pick up the line change. Miller with the goal from Tim Leahy, and we're tied at 1. Now they draw. Finley Brown put it back to the defense over on that far side. Crowley and Miller have a little pushing and shoving match. Back behind the goal line, put on that near side, or on the boards. Now to the near side, and they battle for it there. Centering attempt ran into traffic, put to the far side, and the Ramblers on the breakout. Finley Brown put it on the near side. Chaya looked like it was offside, didn't it? But they called it copacetic. On the near side boards, in the corner. Back behind the goal line. Take it to the far side. No, didn't put enough oomph into that one. That was O'Donohue. Trevian defense in real deep. Going to allow those high shots, but not the in-tight ones, I guess. LaCourcia. Lutz, he got bumped from behind by Miller. Now a return favor by Jamie Crowley. And that's offside anyway. The whistle for the injury is the reason for the whistle. Their sideboards, or the supposed injury. Over on that far side, now cleared out ahead, and cleared out on the standing breakout by the Ramblers. Into the zone comes Hammond. He got bumped off the puck. Picked up by Brad Parker. Parker puts it on that near side board, out ahead. And now Keneally out and overled the pass. Back into the zone. Keelan, or Parker rather. And ran it up into the lining. And now a little push on the end there. Now cleared by New Trier all the way down into the zone. Nowak on the near side boards. Now cleared out ahead. McHugh picked up by Cecil. Chula couldn't keep it in the zone. Ran it right into Benjamin. Now out to the point. The Ramblers would have been offside. Trevians cleared to center ice. Down the man goes. I think they thought there was a tripping call on Keneally and a whistle and a stoppage of play anyway. Trips over a stick while the player's holding a stick is not tripping. It's klutzing. On the near side boards. I suppose before long we'll have a penalty for that. 2 minutes for klutzing. Offside. Now on the near side boards, that's Leahy put it into the zone, and they broken up by Finley Brown. And offside, I believe. Near side, picked up by Jeff Parker. He got bumped. Now another one out high going on between Chaya and Benjamin. And they turn away from each other. J. Edgar Keelan. Keelan out ahead for Benjamin. Benjamin has it on the near side boards. And now back, and they battle for it along there. All the way down into the zone. Deep on that corner. Picked up by O'Connor. And O'Connor and Ho go at it. And the puck frozen underneath. John Surza. Out to the point. Deep in the corner. Parker. Brad Parker. Now see, that's where I have problems with New Trier. And the way they played this year, and that is having a defenseman in beyond the goal. Behind the goal line. That's bad enough they get inside the zone deep, but get inside behind that goal line, and I have a real hassle with that. Passon being held there, so they'll try and freeze it. Pops free. New Trier with the puck. Eichelberger. Johnny Eichelberger. Now Brad Parker tried to get into the zone off Crowley from the high slot. His shot ran into traffic. And they kick it along a little bit. Now picked up by Lutz, 2-on-1. Lutz tried to find Eichelberger. Nice job by the defenseman. Lutz unable to lift it. Ran it right into LaCorcia. In any case, it wasn't a penalty, as whistled by John Surza. Picked up by Davidson. Turnaround, takes the shot. That's just a little wide. Over here on the near side boards. Now LaCorcia, Davidson trying for the high glove side. Now another shot, just a little wide. That's 2, 3. And cleared by the Ramblers out of harm's way. They'll take the icing after a flurry of shots here by the new Trier Trevians. New Trier Trevians and the Loyola Ramblers in the semifinals. Deep in that corner. Now picked up again. The centering attempt. The shot taken by Davidson and ran into the sticky wickets out front. Down the man goes. Now picked up on the near side by Passon. Matt Passon into the zone. Passon, drop pass. The shot just a little wide. Put to the near side. Out to the point. The shot. That ran into traffic out front. And now cleared again by the Ramblers. They'll take another icing. Now we'll be back with more hockey action in just a moment here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Sports Network, welcome back to tonight's action. The draw is on the near side boards. Out at the point, now to the high slot. There's the shot, the save as it started to dribble wide towards the goal. Into the slot again, and Depesh able to hold on again. Now, back behind the goal on the far side, the Ramblers just dump it out of harm's way. Overled on the pass, deep into the corner. Now picked up by Lutz briefly. Eichelberger with it. John Eichelberger into the zone. Eichelberger nowhere to go with it. He was tied up by LaCourcia. And they pop it along the boards there. Trying to strong arm their way ahead. Now popped free by Finley Brown. Will put it to the near side for Matt O'Connor. Matt O'Connor put it back over on that far side. Out to the point. Held in the zone by the Trevians. O'Donohue put it on that near side and underled the pass for Dan Lutz. Cleared out to center ice and back into the zone. Miller being tied up by Jeff Parker. Bumping around a little bit back there. Another shot by Jamie Crowley. Out to the point and held in the zone briefly by O'Connor. Deep in the corner. But the Ramblers had already released. They washed off the icing, went through the slot. On the near side, back behind the goal line. Inside the Loyola end of things. There's the shot, and again held on by Depesh, a shot that would have gone wide. Division rivals in the Metro North Division. There's a shot and a save. The shot taken by Paul Yoon. Davidson. Now a little backhand shot that ran into traffic. Cleared out to center ice. Now picked up by Yoon. His shot ran into traffic. Now right into the slot, right up the middle. Shot and a save. Oh my! A great save by C.J. Heitman on the shot by Mike McHugh. Unbelievable on those shots at point blank range. Now picked up by Brad Parker. 1 minute to play in the period. A shot and another save by Heitman. Back behind the goal line, brought over here on the near side. Cleared out to center ice. Now put back into the zone. A good lively crowd on hand. Watching a great hockey game. 1-1 tie as we wind down the period. A whistle and a stoppage of play, and we've got a penalty coming up on New Trier. Back behind the play, Jamie Crowley with the minor. And on the near side boards, they push it along a little bit. Samus out to the point. Lutz, the forechecker. Now Eichelberger got in the way of it, near side. Leahy. Right into the slot. Shot save by Heitman and cleared out of there by Eichelberger. Kevin Carroll. Carroll puts it to Leahy. Tim Leahy crosses the red line and then dumps it in the zone. That shot high and wide, and that'll do it for the period. At the end of the second period of play, we're tied at 1 here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. With offense, they set it up. They've got the man advantage. Near side boards, Charlie Miller. Miller deep into the corner. Miller looking for some help. Now on the near side. O'Connor with a shot, a goal! On the glove side, the goal by Matt O'Connor with the assist to Finley Brown. Power play goal for the Ramblers. Near side boards. Now picked up by the Trevians. Keneally. Eichelberger. Eichelberger got around the man, but the Deppish got to the puck first. Now picked up by Davidson. Davidson's shot was broken up. And along that far side boards, kind of squirting it along the boards. Cleared out to center ice. And back into the Trevians end, O'Donoghue. Now picked up again, a loose puck, loosey-goosey play. Here inside the Trevians end, now cleared out to center ice. Leahy. Here's a shot that was broken up. Now out, and Millard couldn't come up with it. And they battle for the puck along the boards there. Now deep back behind the goal line. Picked up, put to the far side. Cleared out to the slot, taken by Turner. Turner put it to the far side, cleared out to center ice. A little bit over the lead for Millard on the near side boards. Now cleared back down into the zone. Back behind the goal line. Miller, he got bumped off. Now Millard out to the point. Now put over here on the near side. Now taken over on that far side, back deep behind the goal line. It'll be taken there by Jeff Parker. Now at that near side, they dig it along, push it. Cecil and Miller put over on that far side, and now cleared away. Held in the zone by Miller, near side. Cecil to the far side. There's the shot. The save, it held on, and then a little push and shove on the end of that. Loyola has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seniors out of approximately 20. And that's icing. To the point, the shot ran into traffic, put over here on the near side boards. And now the Ramblers cleared out to center ice and bring it in. Mike Samus put it in on goal and held on by C.J. Heitman. Breaking himself out. O'Connor won the draw but put it into the neutral corner. Out come the Trevians. Now on the near side boards, that's Lutz. Lutz got around his man and deep into that corner. And now we lost both corners here with the huge crowd on hand for this game. On the near side, they battle for it there. The centering attempt, that didn't quite work. Now back the other way, and now we're going end to end here. Trier bringing it off the ice. Trier feeds it ahead. Now picked up by Keneally. Davidson with Passon with the shot and the save. Oh, point blank range. Matt Passon was there. Took the shot and the save by Deppish on the padder, on the blocker. Near side. And cleared to center ice and all the way down. That's going to be icing against the Loyola Ramblers. I completely forgot about that goal early in the period. Now they push it along there. Picked up by Finley Brown. Finley Brown fed it out. Standing breakout. Finley Brown. Well, that little give and go, and he missed connections on the pass. Now Cecil put it back to the Ramblers' end. Now it's Tim Leahy. Leahy pass was broken up, and Ho back behind the goal. There's a shot, short angle, and that was shot wide. Out to the blue line, and Turner kept it in the zone, and he got bumped for his troubles. Cecil, near side, cleared out to center ice, broken up again by Pat Turner, and Turner puts it in and then gets hit heavily by Miller. Trevians have totally outshot the Ramblers here. 25-10, but the Ramblers have the lead. The long shot, the save, and now C.J. Heitman had to give it away as the Ramblers were in the midst of a line change back into the zone, and now held on by Depesh with John Eichelberger busting through. Very egotistical, and what ends up happening is that these kids think that they're better than they are, and they end up really, instead of helping and developing, they end up farming out and miss some of the development because they have to relearn things over again. Shot a goal! Dan Lutz picked up a loose puck, and the little backhander at 7:38, and we're tied at 2. We're tied at 2 now. Flipped down into the zone, picked up by the Ramblers. They clear it out ahead. Passon puts it back down into the zone. At just about 7.5 minutes left to play in the period now. Now picked up by Keneally. Keneally had his pocket pick. Trevians keep it in the zone. And Depesh will hold on as the puck started dribbling towards the goal. Now the draw. There's a quick little shot and held on. Lutz again right there, and both Lutz and Crowley made a quick. Now the draw, and again Lutz won it but couldn't control it. LaCourcia gets it out to center ice. LaCourcia bothered by Crowley, picked up by Miller. Would have been delay offside anyway, I believe. Brought back down into the zone, and LaCourcia tries to backhand it out and ended up putting it right into the bench. Put to the near point. Here's Parker with the shot and the save. Back out to the point and cleared out to center ice. Now here come the Trevians back the other way. The Trevians set it up the play to the far side. Ramblers and Trevians along that far sideboard. Everybody took the man. No one took the puck. Now it finally pops free. Taken by Millard into the zone. The shot. And he fanned on the puck. Cleared and back down. Is that going to be icing? It is icing against Loyola Ramblers. Back behind the goal line, now wrapped around to the near sideboards. Cleared back out to center ice. Now O'Connor centered it, shot, and Chaya put it to the far side. Actually, that wasn't a shot on goal, although, to be perfectly honest with you, the guy who is counting the shots on goals have been a little bit free and loosey-goosey with what he counts as a shot on goal. Trevians get one in towards Depesh, and he holds on here. Let's see, Clayton had to graduate about 89, 90, somewhere in through there. There he is with those glasses down in the lower left-hand side of the screen. On that board, now picked away by the Trevians. Little backhand shot save, rebound save, and now popped free. Out and just cleared out to center ice. Chula got into the zone. Chula, backdoor, shot, and shot it wide. That was Miller that took that shot, just shot it wide. Keneally cleared out to center ice and back down into the Ramblers end of things, LaCourcia. Yoon. Now Eichelberger with the shot from the steep angle and the save. Centering attempt, and now that's popped free. Pretty poor positioning at that particular point on the Loyola Ramblers. They were puck chasing again. Stolen away by Lutz. Now cleared out to center ice, out and into the zone. The shot wide. Again, that was the New Trier defense that was in a bit tight. A bit too tight into the play. Cleared back out to center ice. 2-2 tie. On the near side, now put over to the far side. As we come close to the end of the regulation here, and it looks like we're going to go to overtime on the near side boards. Flip back deep into the zone. Matt Passon. Passon bothered there. Over to the far side and out to the red line. Stolen away by the Trevians. Davidson tried to find Benjamin, and one of the Ramblers actually picked up the puck and grabbed it. Grabbed the draw. Now back deep behind the zone. They battle for it there. Loose puck, nobody controlling it, and a little pushing and shoving to back out at the blue line between Hammond and O'Donohue. New Trier with the puck. O'Donohue going to play it deep. Now Hammond puts it into the zone. Centered. Out to the point. Leahy deep to the corner. And popped into the slot. Hammond. Centered right through everything. Brought to the near side. And we got a penalty coming up. At 2:42. On Loyola's Jack Hammond for interference. Took the man instead of the puck and framed him into the boards, kind of. 2:42 to play in the period. A minor for interference. On Jack Hammond for interference to Jack Hammond. And we'll see if the Trevians can work something out here to prevent this thing from going to overtime. Over to the far side. Now picked up by the Trevians. Out ahead, Eichelberger. And now Leahy had it. Now Jamie Crowley. Crowley into the zone. Crowley looking for some help. Couldn't find any in time and put it over here on the near side for Eichelberger. Now put out to the point. Held in the zone. Out at the point. Now again deep. And now cleared. Taken by Matt Passon. Passon, his pass over lead. Now Parker on that far side. Drop pass. Put over here on the near side. And the Ramblers clear ahead. Brown tried to take a shot. That ran into traffic. Johnny Eichelberger offside. Over on that far side. Lutz was in ahead of the play. 1:39 to play in the third period. We're tied at 2. Now the draw wrapped around to the near side. Cleared out to center ice. Now back into the zone. 1 minute now to play here in the third period. Davidson. Samus got a little tied up with Keelan. A rather interesting line to have down with 1 minute to play in the period. And a long shot. A shot and a save, and now a whistle for icing. Point. But what matters is what's on the board. And we're tied at 2. The draw is on the near side. Ramblers bust it free. Charlie Miller with the blaster, and ran into the net. Big shot up and high and away. Shot, that's wide, over on that far side. They battle for it there. Now popped free by the Ramblers. Out to the point. The shot held in the zone. Finley Brown, he had his pocket picked, and the Trevians clear it, not out. Now it's cleared out. Here's Eichelberger. Eichelberger offside. Dan Lutz couldn't plant his foot on the line. Got caught with his feet in the cookie jar. Now the face-off, and that'll do it. We go to overtime. At the end of regulation, the score is the New Trier Trevians 2 and the Loyola Ramblers 2. Finley Brown with the shot from the shallow angle and the save. Taken by the Trevians. John Eichelberger. Eichelberger fed it ahead for Dan Lutz. Lutz turns it around. Lutz tried to find Crowley and couldn't do it. And now put back into the Trevians' end. Matt Passon on the far side. And now pops free and cleared out to center ice. That's where the Loyola Ramblers have it. Brad Parker got whacked at by Matt O'Connor. Now over on that far side, that was broken up. Taken by the Ramblers. LaCorsia. And cleared to center ice. Back down into the New Trier defensive end. Paul Yoon. Cross ice to Keneally on the line changes. Keneally on his off wing. He had nowhere to go with the puck, and so they play along loosey-goosey along the boards. Now, Cecil put it back in the zone and then got bumped by Bill Schwartz. And a whistle and a stoppage of play for the delay offside against New Trier. Cecil put it into the zone, right back out, over to the far side. Now flip back down into the zone. Back behind the goal line. And Peter Cecil, his shot ran into traffic, put it back around to the far side. Now wrapped around here to the near side. Peter Cecil cleared out to center ice. Now again put into the zone, now taken by the Trevians. The New Trier Trevians. Jeff Davidson put it down, and that's going to be icing against New Trier. Passon. Eichelberger. Eichelberger puts it on the near side, and Brad Parker up ahead. Boy, was that a hold. Not going to call it, though. Not in an overtime game. I know John Sursa well enough to know John will call nothing in this overtime. On the near side boards. Now flip back into the zone. Deep, taken by Watts. Right in front, shot and a save. Eichelberger got a little flick shot away. Eichelberger tried to sneak through the defense again. The defenseman fell to the floor. There's a shot just a little wide by Crowley, and another shot ran into traffic. New Trier with the flurry here. New Trier controlling the puck again, like they do so well. Now popped free and cleared down, and icing. Loyola gets it out of harm's way. Now the draw controlled by the Ramblers. Leahy. And they push it along there. Keelan rather. Keelan with it. Now LaCorsia puts it to the far side. Tried to backhand it out of the zone. Miller tried twice and he still didn't get it out. Now the Ramblers skated out to center ice. Mike McHugh put it on the far side and now fed ahead. This shot ran into traffic out front. Somebody's sticky wicket. near side. To the far side, and Cecil puts it in the zone. And that's icing against New Trier. Here's a shot. That's just a little wide. Put onto the near side. Up ahead for Eichelberger. That was broken up. Kevin Carroll. And the Trevians find it. Now LaCourcia back down into the New Trier end. Taken by Matt Passon. Passon puts it on the near side. Brad Parker. And cleared ahead for Eichelberger, who missed connections with the puck. Finley Brown overskated it. Up ahead, and Eichelberger puts it into the zone. 2:40 to play here in the overtime. Whistle, and the stoppage of play is Depish able to hold on. Now the draw, kicked by Lutz, taken by the Ramblers. Yoon to Lutz. Swiped at and now cleared to center ice. Crowley puts it into the zone. Kevin Carroll up ahead for Samus, and that didn't quite work. Now Yoon, stolen away, dumped back down into the zone by O'Connor. Archula make it. McHugh to the side of the net and held on by Heitman. And has Bob Depish into the slot. They both are all-star, all-state goalies. Keelan now give and go back. Up ahead. Stolen away out beyond the blue line. In comes Keneally. Keneally. Center right in front, shot, save, and held on. The draw controlled by the Trevians, out to the point, the shot. Eichelberger lost his stick, picked up by Carroll, and then off a leg back to McHugh. McHugh tried to find Samus, the short shot and the save. I think Heitman able to get in front of that, perhaps the defenseman helped prevent a stronger shot. Cleared back down into the New Trier end of things, taken by Jeff Parker. Jeff Parker fed it ahead. Eichelberger. 1 minute to play in the overtime. A shot and a save. Oh my! To see in playoff action. We've had a lot that have been kind of less than lustrous, and it's overtime. On the near side boards, they battle for it there. And I'll tell you something, for the All-Star game, which we will have on the network, it's really going to be on the near side board. Cleared out ahead. Carroll put it to the far side. Matt O'Connor puts it into the zone. Taken by the Trevians. Now Davidson tried to split the corner, did so, and just managed to get a weak shot off the side of his stick. And that'll do it for first overtime. At the end of the first overtime, we go to a second. The score remains New Trier Trevians, Green Team 2, Loyola Gold Team 2. We'll tied at 2. Dumped into the zone, the long shot and the save by C.J. Heitman. And no one's left the building. In fact, we've actually increased our crowd a little bit. People that were waiting to get in here and couldn't get in till now. Considering it's about 11 o'clock at night, or thereabout, a little after 11 actually. And the people were still waiting to get in. Kind of tells you the support for high school hockey among these two teams. Into the zone, Charlie Miller. Miller, and he's pushed off. Now there's a shot and a save. Now popped free and cleared out to center ice. A long shot from the point as it was held in the zone. Now picked up by O'Connor, he's still bothered. Puck sits along over there, nearly popped free, kind of sits in this left wing now, picked up by Matt O'Connor. He's looking for some opening. Flicked off a stick out to the high slot. The shot, the save. Now near sideboards, they battle for it there. Face off, out to the point, O'Donohue. Put it deep to the corner. And now pops free. Here come the Ramblers out of the zone. Mike Samus overskated the puck. Taken by the Trevians defense. They set the play up to the far side. Up for Davidson. Davidson ahead for Keneally. Or Keelan, rather, to the Rambler end of things. And the Loyola Ramblers clear it right back out to center ice. O'Donohue fed it to the blue line and then cleared out of there. Not much you can do when people stand in your way. It's kind of hard to follow the puck, and I sympathize with our cameraman tonight. Over on that far side now, wrapped around to the near side. Of course, he didn't do what I told him to do. Paul Benjamin right through the slot. Leahy to the near side, LaCourcia, and cleared out to center ice. Taken by the Trevian defense over to the far side, Lutz, and he was knocked down trying to turn the corner. They're back out to center ice. Bill Schwartz into the zone. Finley Brown goes to the corner with Crowley. Benjamin, and now Jamie Crowley. Crowley to the far side, and the Trevians finishing up a line change. John Eichelberger got around, right through the slot, put to the near side, and out to the high slot. Held in the zone by Jeff Davidson. The net has been dislodged, and the whistle stops the play for the dislodged net against Downers Grove South, beating them 12-1, but had a more difficult time against Fenwick. Quite frankly, they just weren't playing well in that game. Picked up by Matt Passon through the slot, out to the high slot. And a loose puck picked up by the Trevians. Davidson takes the shot, the save, the rebound, save, and swept away by Leahy out to the point. The shot by Passon ran into traffic. Here's the shot, save, rebound, backside. And that should have counted. He's saying the net was dislodged. It should have counted. I can see that John Sursa says no goal, the net was dislodged, but Trier is on the ice celebrating. That's no goal. He's saying the net was dislodged. That is a bad call by John Sursa. That goal should have counted. It was the Loyola defenseman backing in that caused that net to be dislodged. And you don't take a scoring opportunity away from a team when it is the defenseman who moves that net. Debris thrown on the ice by the jubilant New Trier fans prematurely. Turned out it was not a goal. I can really sympathize now. That's the first chance I had to see that play. And I can really sympathize now with the New Trier people that came to me after the game, because I didn't have an opportunity to see that until just now, just as you saw it. So I can now sympathize. However, it is what the ref says it is. And play continues on in overtime. But I think he was wrong. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, John calls a very fine hockey game. That was a judgment call, and I think his judgment wasn't quite right in that particular case. But I'm just an announcer. I don't have any say in the matter. Back deep on the near side, now back and cleared out. Eichelberger into the zone. Backhand shot in the save. A quick one away by Davidson again. And emotionally, I don't think they're going to be very... there are going to be some exhausted fans here as well as exhausted puppies among the players. The puck dribbles along the wall. Dig, 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 dig. Now finally pops free, taken by Mike Samus. Samus into the zone. Samus and McHugh. McHugh tried to center it, taken away by Cecil. And cleared out ahead John Eichelberger. Eichelberger out to the point, passing with the big shot. The save, but doesn't matter, was offside anyway. Play and whatever. And tape, there's a big blaster. The save by Depesh on the shot from Jordan Katz. LaCourcia. Now it pops free. O'Connor. And we're down to a minute to play in the overtime period here, the second overtime period. Out to the point. The shot, the save by Depesh. On a Kevin Carroll. Up to Bill Schwartz. No. Tried to find the man up ahead on a cherry pick. Chula, a little backhand shot from McHugh. And the save by C.J. Heitman. Jamie Crowley. Crowley ahead for Lutz. Lutz back, passes it into the zone. Taken then there by Kevin Carroll. Carroll with Jordy Katz. Katz came away with the puck. A little backhand shot from Jamie Crowley, and the save by Depesh. And they hold and tie each other up, and the puck along the boards there. To the far side, held in the zone by the Trevians. The shot ran into traffic. Out to the point. The shot by Yoon, and that ran into traffic, and the horn sounds. At the end of the second period of overtime, we're still tied at 2. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. We'll be back with the third overtime period in just a moment. And we're ready to get underway. New Trier Trevians and the Loyola Ramblers flipped into the zone. Taken to the far side. Now put on the near side and cleared all the way down, and that's going to be icing against the Trevians. The drop and the draw. Cecil now cleared out and ahead, John Eichelberger. Eichelberger, nice move up the ice. Nowhere to go with the puck, though. Taken by the Loyola Ramblers back the other way. Eichelberger puts it back down into the zone. Cleared off the linesman, and we lose the puck into the Loyola bench. Puck pops free, the Loyola Ramblers. Clear it ahead, and that's icing against Loyola. And in the corner, Eichelberger. He overskated it. Now off the side, brought to the near side. Jamie Crowley goes in to help out a little bit. Loosey-goosey. Near side, out to the point. Held in the zone. Taken in deep. Lutz. Jeff Parker puts it to the far side, out to the point. Loose puck cleared out to center ice. LaCourcia, the big cranker in the save. Yoon cleared out and to the red line. Put back down into the zone off Jeff Parker. Parker. And I think our crowd is actually enlarged a little bit from where we were before even. So although it's after midnight, in real time we probably have about a little over 1,000 in this place. Back the other way come the New Trier Trevians. Keneally had his pocket pick, cleared back out to center ice, overled on the pass, all the way down, and that's icing against Loyola. Overtime, tied at 2, although we should have been done. Out, here's Passon with the shot, the save by Depesh. I think that shot would have gone high and wide anyway. contact zone when the play gets going in there for the Trevians. Out and cleared. Here comes Samus, or make that Miller, and he had his pocket pick. Keneally. Back to the point. O'Donohue with the shot. That ran into traffic. Kevin Carroll over to help out. Keneally got away from him. Little backhand shot save and held on by Depesh with some pushing and shoving going on the end of that. With a little help from some strong defense on the part of the Ramblers. Little backhand shot. That swept out of the slot. Plays like that. Sweeping pucks out of the slot. O'Connor into the zone. O'Connor tried to turn the corner. Eichelberger briefly. And now back the other way. Lutz. LaCourcia took him. Crowley over to help out. Jamie Crowley put it back to the point. Nobody there but Finley Brown. And now Crowley sets it up to his defense. Brad Parker put it to the far side, and Paul Yoon back to Brad Parker. Parker brings it ahead. Parker flips it into the zone. Trevians, as you see, outshot them. Have outshot the Ramblers 54-21 in this game. Backdoor shot and a save by Depesh getting to the near side. Had he taken the shot instead of waited for the to set up the puck a little bit on the end of the stick, might have had better luck. Might have. Also, had he lifted it a little bit. Now picked up by Davidson, cleared out the center ice. Loyola is being very conservative, looking for the opportunities and not finding very many, but doing a good job on the defensive side of the line, offside against New Trier. Jeff Parker puts it into the zone, deep to the corner, picked up by Katz. He tried to center it, nothing doing, to the far side. Chaya, Joe Chaya, now cleared out to the point, and a whistle for the net being dislodged again. J. Edgar Keelan. Now Matt O'Connor put it in deep back behind the goal line, wrapped around to the near side, out to the point. Parker with the shot, and that was deflected wide. Kevin Carroll fed it out to the point. O'Connor put it back to his defense. Now picked up by the Trevians. Miscommunication on the drop pass. Passing. And that's broken up, taken by Finley Brown. Finley Brown takes the shot and just shot it wide. Katz. Brad Parker up ahead for Matt Passon. Yeah, that was right, Matt Passon. Or Jamie Crowley. One of the two. Matt Passon cleared ahead. Now Eichelberger off his stick into the zone. Winding down the third overtime now. And we're still tied. Cleared all the way down. Taken by Jeff Parker. Jeff Parker sets it up. Parker will set it up to the breakout on the near side. Samus had it briefly. Now taken by John Eichelberger. Eichelberger, the sophomore, takes it to the red line. Taken by Samus. And then taken back by Crowley. 1 minute to play in the third overtime. And we're still tied. Centering right through the slot. Over to the far side. Jack Hammond. Now it's frozen up back behind the goal. There's the shot. Oh my, off the post. Just a little wide, a little backhand shot. And to save, backdoor shot. And now popped free from all the sticky wickets. The net's dislodged again. This time he's letting the play continue on. That net is off its stanchions again. Goes to the side of the net, and now Depesh holds on. And the whistle. You can see that net is off again. Passon back behind the goal line. put it to the near side. Ran into traffic. And the Trevians take it out to center ice. Now Matt Passon will take it in again. Pass it. As the horn sounds, another shot on goal for the Trevians. At the end of the third overtime in the semifinal, the score remains the new Trier Trevians 2 and the Loyola Ramblers 2. Out to the point, the shot by O'Donohue and directed to the side. Now a quick shot by Davidson and the save by Depesh. Now the draw back behind the goal line, put over to that far side. Kevin Carroll out to the far side, now taken by the Loyola Ramblers. Overled on the pass, now picked up by McHugh. McHugh into the zone. The shot ran into traffic. Out come the Trevians the other way. The shot by Davidson ran into traffic and back into the zone. By the way, leading scorer in the tournament has been Jeff Davidson. There's a big blaster by Davidson, and that's a little wide to the side of the net. Grabbed and held on. Here's a shot. That went a little wide. Trevians now outshot the Ramblers 61-21 in this game. But they haven't done the one thing they have to do. Put that third goal into the net. Or at least so it counted. John Eichelberger hooked up a little bit by McHugh, and LaCourcia will take him to the corner. Eichelberger got it to the near side, but taken by the Ramblers. Cleared out to center ice, and back down into the new Trier end. That's where Brad Parker has it. Parker with McHugh, the forechecker. Back into the Loyola end, taken by J.P. LaCourcia. LaCourcia fed it ahead and all the way down. That's icing against Loyola. Now the draw. Little back pass, the save by Depesh on the backhand shot. Near side. They battle for it there, popped away. Taken by Bill Schwartz. Now taken to the far side. Cleared ahead, and then back into the zone. Trevians make a line change. Ramblers fed ahead for O'Connor. Now back to the blue line, taken by Keneally. Keneally, deep angle shot, nothing doing. The Loyola defense able to get there. Out at the point, the shot, the save by Depesh. And we're in the corner with it. Back out and cleared to center ice. Peter Cecil puts it back deep to the far side. Leahy off a leg. Centering attempt right into the slot. Stolen away by the Ramblers. The pass ahead from Miller to O'Connor didn't quite work. Jamie Crowley with the puck. Crowley up ahead. Tried for a dish-out pass, and that didn't connect. That pass intended for Dan Lutz and got underneath him. It turned out to be a long shot on goal. Now taken by the Trevians to the far side, up ahead. Here's O'Connor into the zone. O'Connor with Jeff Parker on him. Out to the point, over to the near point. Kevin Carroll with the blaster, and that ran into traffic. Play continues on. O'Connor, Trevians out ahead. 2-on-1 break. Back, the shot didn't matter, it was offside anyway. Included New Trier. Back in 1994, I think we went to 6 overtimes in that one, or 5, something like that. Trevians cleared ahead. Put to the far side, LaCourcia. I'll have to look and see exactly what time that that overtime affair got done. That Scholastic Cup game in '94. Samus in, shot, save, rebound! Swept away by the Trevian defense. Cleared out to center ice. Taken by Loyola. Near side, LaCourcia. LaCourcia looking for some help. Put it into the zone. You can't say these teams haven't played their hearts out here tonight. Fed ahead, taken by Kevin Carroll. Kevin Carroll with Lutz. Now Matt Passon into the zone. Passon, we're almost done with our fourth overtime period, the 7th period of this game. On that near side puck. Pops free. Here's O'Connor. O'Connor strong arms his way ahead. Here's Samus. Shot and a goal! It's over! Mike Samus with the goal. And the final score tonight, the Loyola Ramblers 3, the new Trier Trevians green team 2, the upset of the year.